Hey guys, Dib the Awesome here to give you a pretty surprising quick video, especially for like my subscribers and stuff like that. It's actually like 9 in the morning, I think, 9:07 actually, and a new 72-hour event just came out, and I decided to do this video quickly, uh, because just because it needs to be done. uh, all right, so there is a new monster out. It's called the Sentinel. It just came out today. Uh, it's not going to be available for 23 hours of the event like usual, and that really doesn't really even matter anyway because you're going to save coins until the end. At least I think that's what you should do. All right, I'm going to say this right away. If you're not going to plan on like binge playing like a whole nighter, uh, it is not possible to get Sentinel. At least you have to. I think it's at least 2 nights. You get like if you binge play it like straight up, like every hour you get so many coins, and you get uh, if you binge play it, I had to binge play. Okay, think of it like this. I had to binge play at least one day to get the Atlas. I had to binge play a whole night to get enough coins for Atlas. Uh, so it is really important not to spend your coins on the last monster if you have no heartly content of binge playing at least 2 nights. It takes because it takes a lot of coins. It takes so many coins to get the last monster. Uh, they kind of do want you to spend at least a coin pack or something like that for this event, and yeah, that's the thing. So if you have no heartly content of binge playing 2 nights to gather enough coins for Sentinel, then don't bother wasting your coins on Sentinel. Uh, Sentinel is kind of like a debatable monster. I looked at his page today. He's on the wiki page right now. He is kind of debatable. I'm gonna do a guide on him after this video actually, and post it as soon as I can, talking about him and stuff like that. Ralborg. Okay, so the other two monsters event is Monsterface and Ralborg. I personally love both of these monsters. They both can cause bleeding. As you know, I'm a fan of bleeding, and seeing two monsters that really do well in bleeding is warms my heart. Ralborg is a really good monster. A lot of people don't see his usability well, and he's actually he's one of the best fire monsters in the game, simply because like you can literally do the all bleed set, and like no one's gonna be resistant to your damage over time. You can literally shove 2 life runes on this and a strength, and you'll probably outlive the enemy team, especially if you have like Bastet backing you up. His survivability is pretty great. Uh, and Monsterface, all in all, he's just a really awesome attacker. As you know, my opinions on epics, if they don't do like any form of good crowd control, then they're not really all that great. But there are a few monsters that do exceptionally well at attacking, and Monsterface does that job pretty well. His moves have really high damage. Especially his single target Tark moves, they're really good at getting rid of Earth monsters. I actually suggest if you don't get enough coins for Alborg, Monsterface is your next best option. It's usually the second legendary or just the epic monster, depending on how much coins you have for my best suggestions. The last monster is usually the hardest one to get. So if you don't plan on binge playing 2 nights, you have to at least binge play at least 2 nights to get the last monster. That's my theory on it, without spending any money. So yeah, with Ralborg, he can also bleed and burn. So essentially, you're doing 15 plus 10%. You essentially like one turn. Well, at least one turn is going to be like, unless you have like another bleeder, you can have someone set up the bleed and then you can set up the burn, and they're taking like 25 damage straight up the bat. So if you think about it, if you like restrain monsters, do the bleed and stuff like that, and the burning, uh, essentially they're just gonna die every time. This is essentially a way of getting rid of Voltic. People like using burns to get rid of Voltic, and bleeding plus burn on Voltic is obviously a dead Voltic, which is really nice. So yeah, I totally recommend, if you're not gonna buy any coins in the event, get Ralborg. It is possible to get Ralborg. Maybe you might have to binge play a one night to get Ralborg. It depends on how often you log in. and how much quantity, where you're at in the game, really. So yeah, I've been told like for like higher ranked players is a lot harder to do this event, which is interesting. But yeah, I that's my input on it anyway. Get ralborg. He is a phenomenal monster. I'm actually gonna do a guide on him too, since he's part of the 72-hour event. Uh, and yeah, that's really a wait. Maybe I already do a? No, I don't think I did a. I don't think I did a guide on him yet. I'm gonna do a guide on him too. It's all going to be done today. So just one final time, get ralborg if you don't have any intent of getting sentinel. Like if you don't plan on binge playing, because if you want to really, if you want sentinel for free, you have to binge play. Without a doubt, you have to binge play at least 1 or 2 nights, uh, or at least binge play over the night to get enough coins. Like it probably takes 2 binge nights to get it. Uh, at some point, you do have to sleep. Uh, I'm not even gonna try for sentinel. I'm not gonna try for the last monster. It's just too tiring. uh, ralborg, I am kind of interested in. I may not binge play night for him, but yeah, if I can get enough coins for him, that's going to be pretty great. It just depends on where you're at in the game and how much coins you can farm. uh, and yeah, that is about it. I hope you guys liked this video, the suggestions and stuff like that, this information I've given you. Yeah, I hope you have an awesome day. I'm Did the Awesome, and I'll catch you guys later.